Hello, Cindy here. Whoops. Hello, Cindy here with Create Your Own Luck in Love. Really quick, I wanted to go live because I see this coming up a lot with women, whether they talk about it or not. And men might be experiencing some of this too. In fact, I know they do. So I wanted to share about, let's just say you're connecting with someone online and, he seems interesting and he wants to get really close really quick. He doesn't even know you. He's talking about falling in love, exclusivity. You seem to have a similar vision, but you don't know each other. So this can be a slippery slope in all ways possible. Number one, because there are unfortunately some people online, catfish people, that aren't actually real and that are trying to prey on somebody's vulnerabilities. So the the flip side of that, the so how do you but let's just say you're connecting with someone and they're moving really quickly, you're feeling pressure, and you're in this place where you don't want to not get to know them, but the connection doesn't always feel good. Like, for example, and I'm going to read a letter that I received from from somebody who reads my blogs and watches lives. So this was her situation, and so the thing is that this can feel uncomfortable because a lot of times as women, we want to go into people pleaser mode. We want to make someone feel comfortable, and we'll go into this place that's crossing a boundary. And it, especially too, if you haven't maybe been dating, or if you haven't been involved in a while, even if you have been, it's easy to slip into this, especially if you're someone that's known to slip into people pleaser mode, which I have definitely been this person in the past. So let's do this. Okay. So I connected with this woman, and she wrote really vulnerably. So I'm, for her protection purposes, I am going to say, her name's Jen. And she connected with this man who is in the army overseas at the moment, and they have been connecting through Google Hangouts and for the last few months. And he's going to retire after a long time in the military. And so she gave me some background on his life, but this isn't what's important. He would leave. So they haven't met in person because she lives in the States and he lives over there right now. He would leave her romantic messages, and he said his goal was to get her to fall in love with him. And she had said, well, it's difficult to do when you don't know somebody, which is true. And he doesn't give a whole lot of information about himself. So she had shared, I feel ready for love, but I'm reluctant to, really fall in love with him, just simply because she doesn't know him that well. And there's a 10-hour time difference between them. So he he had asked her the other day if they could talk, and she asked when he was available, and then he said something to her reply that I'm busy sometimes, and she can't answer right away. So he also doesn't like if the time that she doesn't answer within a certain time frame. Sorry, she's not happy about this. And then he sends romantic messages again. She doesn't know how to reply or what to say. She says thank you. So here's the deal. I'm going to take these off now. I needed this to read. So basically, that, what I'm hearing there is a form of manipulation. Is pull me in close, tell me how great I am, and then if you don't do what I think you should do, i.e. control, then there is a put down or a questioning, like maybe you're not ready for love, maybe you don't really want this. So this is a major red flag, because that's a big sign of control and somebody trying to control your feelings and emotions. So here's the deal. Number 1, do not commit to anyone you've never met in person. Number 2, and we don't know who this guy is. He might be real, he might not be, but it's continue to connect with other people and date. Please, please, please do that. And if somebody starts acting in that capacity, set boundaries, because if somebody is truly manipulative or truly a narcissist or truly just trying to get something, they are not going to like your boundaries. So they're probably not going to like it if you say, hey, I'm pretty sure that you have a life. You're really busy. You have other things, as I do too. I have never, I'm not going to be the person that answers right away. So if that's what you're seeking, that's not me. If you are looking to continue to get to know each other and start to build a friendship, and once we meet, we can see where that goes, great. I also I don't like the idea of anything starting long distance. If you've never met before and you're starting long distance, I would say for the most part, that's a recipe for disaster. Can it work? Yes. But we have so many other obstacles in life and in the world. And I'm talking real long distance, like several hours apart, or, in this case, continents apart, things like that. You want to look at your life and look at what your capacity is and why that would be okay with you and what your vision is. Do you have a vision to stay in your area and have a partner that you guys grow life together in your area? Awesome. Then make sure that you are staying connected to that vision. And, something to do as you are dating, connecting, relating, have the trust in your heart that it's already happened, that you are experiencing it now. I know this might sound a little out there, but, and you've already created this amazing life. So visualization, I'm a big fan of, and taking the action, and that is part of manifestation. But if you're in the energy of wanting, needing to fill that hole, feeling that loneliness, feeling that feeling, and it's the energy of lack, and the universe energetics, it gloms onto that. So you're constantly going to be in this almost chasing energy. And that's why sometimes when even if you're dating a guy and you really like him and you want him to call because you know that you shouldn't be reaching out to him, and or you did reach out and he hasn't called you yet, there's all these feelings and you're so focused in on it. I really want this to work. I really want this to work. It's the energy of lack, and men feel that energy. So, going back to what this woman who's super smart, because she was talking about, well, it just doesn't feel right. And you guys, if it doesn't feel right, there's an intuition around it, and there's signs like, what if you had a new friend that started acting like that they wanted to be your best friend super quick, they barely knew you, they wanted to spend wanted you to spend all your time with them, return their calls immediately. How would you feel? Probably feel a little trapped, and like maybe they need to get some other friends and they have some other issues happening. So start to look at it from that perspective and have gratitude in your life for, okay, I already have an amazing amount of love. The relationship that I want, it's there. It's there. And envision it. And have that confidence that it's there, because that energy alone, which isn't the lack, like, oh, I really want this, and there's also resistance around it too. Because if you want it, you're feeling lack, you're also feeling resistance. So if it's kind of like when you're saying, oh, let's go to this, really cute restaurant for dinner. And, you say to one of your girlfriends, okay, done, I'll meet you there in 2 hours. There's no resistance around that. So when you think about resistance, it feels hard. So if you can, and part of this too is doing the inner work to emotionally open your heart to receive love. And you can literally work in your feminine energy to do that. So I hope this has helped you. I just wanted to shoot this quick video. I know some people are challenged with this, and right now, especially with all kinds of online activity happening. So let me know. Drop a comment in the box. Let me know, did this help? Have you experienced this before? And just say, yes, this is me. I've been there, or I am there. This has helped. Awesome. It lets me know that how I can support you in the future. Lots of love. Mwah. Have an amazing day.